What is good, my YouTube friends and family? Welcome back. And today we're here to review the newest SML movie, Jeffy Plays Golf. Now, this is the first video that SML has dropped for the month of August, and we're only 20 days away as of today. We're only 20 days, actually 19 days away from Jeffy's 21st birthday. So hopefully we get something big for this upcoming Jeffy 21st birthday. But anyway, we're here to see Jeffy play golf. Now, if I had to assume, this is probably going to be like a golf tournament where they're going to try to win a bunch of money. Marvin's going to try to enter himself and Jeffy into the competition. And then they're going to end up winning a little bit. And then they're probably going to end up losing at the very last second. That causes them to be back to their normal selves on the red couch. That's what I'm assuming what's going to happen. But anyway, with that being said, if you guys would like to watch the official SML video, as always, there will be a link in the description down below, as well as the link to my social media accounts and second YouTube channel. So make sure you go and follow me there. Make sure you go and subscribe to the original SML channel, support the original creator, and to make sure that you watch my review from beginning to end, make sure you comment 5 golf emojis. And also, what is y'all's favorite sport? But anyway, with that being said, let's get on with the review. Marvin, you should not be surprised that your bills are past due. You can't even afford to pay your house payment, but you were able to afford all this extra shit on the other hand, like paying for stuff that Jeffy wants, whatever you want, whatever Rose wants. You have money to pay for that, but you can't pay your house payment. Now, let me take a look at these bills that are past due. We have electric bill, $224.79. TV bill, $96.42. Water bill, $71.11. Gas bill, $183.60. Total due, $575.92. Pay now to avoid interruption of service. Nah, it should be way more than that, because when was the last time that Marvin actually was prepared and actually had the money to pay those said bills? Now, the last time I can recall actually him being on time to pay his bills was when they were still using the SML plushies, and it was during that 2019 Halloween special where Jeffy was dressed up as a monkey and accidentally gave away I cannot talk. He gave away Mario/Marvin's house payment to Patrick, who was dressed up as Spider-Man, saying, why don't you take all this money and go buy yourself some good candy? Like, nah, that's the only time. That was the only and probably last time that I can remember that Mario/Marvin actually paid his house payment on time. Now, if you have not paid your bill/house payment within the next few months and you're asking for another extension, what makes you think they're actually going to do that? If it's Goodman that's running this thing, yeah, might as well just send him the eviction notice and kick him the fuck out. Nah, imagine your source of power to be a natural to get a hole-in-one in golf all in a row. Imagine your source of power is white woman or any type of woman. Like, nah, that's fucking crazy. Nah, that's an interesting power source. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm actually surprised she was able to get another extension, but this time they have until next week to pay the bills, which, knowing SML, they're not going to pay the bills. They're still going to live in that house rent-free. And honestly, you know what? Marvin, you cannot be allowed to call out Dougie, Shrek, Woody, or anyone else who lives in your house. You cannot call them out you cannot call them out saying that they live rent-free when you don't even pay your bills. Like, how are you going to call everyone else in the house living rent-free when you barely pay bills yourself and you don't even have a job? Like, hypocritical at its finest right here. Rose, don't make me laugh with this shit again. You are not... Bro, you are like the bottom of my foot. If Rose is pretty to get a job, then I have a girlfriend waiting at her house right now, waiting for me to call her up after this video. Nah, that's fucking crazy. That's a damn lie. Honestly, I shouldn't be surprised that Goodman has finally made this threat. Like, where was this threat, like, the first 3 months that Marvin hasn't paid his house payment? And, bruh, yeah. And honestly, Goodman, you really did waste your time coming here. And the bill said $575, not $30,000. Well, I'm guessing bills and house payments are different, but at the same time, if you were the one who sent that, then you should... Wait, if you were the one who sent that letter to us in the mail, then why didn't you just put $30,000 instead of $575? First off, I'm kind of with Jeffy on this, because if you gotta pay that $30,000 by tonight, then you're gonna get a Nerf dart down your pee hole and you're gonna get evicted? Nah, at that point, I'm doing anything to get that kind of money by tonight. And I agree with Jeffy. Prostitution, well, actually, don't take that out of context. Y'all better not fucking clip that. Now I feel like I kind of led myself into a damn trap. And he said he can give himself a mean, dirty Sanchez. What the fuck is a dirty Sanchez? Hold on, I'm about to look this up real quick. And I know by the time I find the result of what a dirty Sanchez is, I'm immediately going to regret it. So, if it's not something too bad, I'll make a face like this. But if it's something bad, I'll make a face like this. So, let's leave it up to the internet to see what kind of face I make. So, be right back. Alright, I have the results, and instead of me reading it and twisting my tongue over and over again, I'm going to have Google Translate read it to me. Now, let's hear what a dirty Sanchez is.
A dirty Sanchez is performed when a male fingers a female's ass and wipes the remnants on the female's upper lip. Wade sniffed his finger after the dirty Sanchez. It smelled strange.
First off, why can't you enter yourself and Jeffy into that competition? Why does it always have to be Jeffy? Second, if you want the money so damn bad, why don't you do it yourself? I know I basically just said that from the first sentence, but y'all get what I'm trying to say. Why can't you do it your damn self, Marvel? Why you always gotta put somebody else to solve your problems for you? I knew he was gonna miss, but I didn't think he was gonna do it that bad to the point where he swung his golf club to the point where his shoe came off. That's actually funny. Not gonna lie, that's actually kind of impressive, because how do you play golf? You whack the tee where the ball is standing on, but not the actual ball. Wouldn't you be able to hit both? Like, nah. Bruh, if you keep saying that he's not trying, why don't you do this? At least the fourth time he actually hit the ball. You said, make sure you hit the ball. He technically did hit the ball, but not to the area where the hole is. So technically, he did, quote-unquote, hit the ball. So you can't be mad at Jeffy for that. Oh, shit, I didn't even notice. Wait. Yeah, one tooth is gone, and the other one just, like, hanging there. Like, what the fuck happened? I really should not be surprised. Motherfucker over here called a squirrel a hippopotamus. Nigga, really? Someone needs to take this man back to kindergarten and teach him his animals. Okay, that's kind of messed up. So if a squirrel... Pretend this is a real scenario. Imagine one of y'all are on the golf course. You hit your golf ball. It accidentally lands into the bush. And then a squirrel out of nowhere comes down from a tree, grabs your ball. You can't just grab the ball from the squirrel because it'll run off. You gotta hit the squirrel with your golf club and the ball at the same time. That's animal cruelty. But at the same time, that's a wild animal, but that still counts as animal cruelty. Like, what? Ooh. Okay. So, he actually hit the ball, didn't hurt the squirrel. It actually went out of the squirrel's hand, which I'm surprised it didn't take the squirrel with him. And he got it in the hole. So isn't that technically a hole in two? Yeah, I think that's a hole in two. I didn't know Lavelle could do front flips and cartwheels and back flips or something. Damn, he athletic. And he really got a hole-in-one. So I don't know if the tournament's over or if they're still going to keep going. Let's find out. 3 holes. Technically, men and women have more than just the holes that we basically know. Quick pause on the actual review, but let's count how many holes men have. We have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 because the belly button, 7 because the pee hole, 8 because the butthole, and yeah, I think that's, yeah, we have 8. And I'm not trying to offend any women out there, but look, they also have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Wait, they have 11, we have 10. Alright, yeah, so I'm so sorry that I confused y'all. I am so sorry. I had made this joke with some of my friends like a few months ago, and I honestly forgot I made the joke, but now that just crossed my mind. I just wanted to fucking say that. But if you really think about it, we do have more than the holes that we already know. Damn, Tiger Woods, calm down. It's not that bad. Bruh, over here flipping out because he didn't get a hole-in-one. Ain't no fuck. Wait, I thought he killed the... Wait, huh? So the squirrels on our side, what are we, Snow White and or Cinderella? What? Since when did animals start helping us? So, y'all told me that you have a field not only infested with rattlesnakes, but landmines too? What type of golf course is this? Nice. Jeffy actually used his noodle for once. Nice, Jeffy. Good job for you. Now, hopefully you actually win this. What? See, that's why we need to have a talk about those fields. Like, why do you have rattlesnakes and why do you have landmines there? Like, that's a little bit too excessive. And you're telling me that since he lost and died, there's no winner for the competition? Obviously, it should be who the last man standing is. And the last man standing is clearly Jeffy, so basically he should win. Bitch, what are you talking about? Money isn't everything. So you're telling me with that kind of attitude, yeah, you better keep that same energy when we're out on our asses, evicted up. I don't know, what the fuck was that? My voice just cracked. So yeah, like I was saying, bitch, you better keep that same energy when we're out on our asses on the streets, evicted and homeless as shit. And I'm gonna have a Nerf dart in my pee hole. Thanks a lot. You better keep that same energy. What? So you're telling me the only way for Marvin to pay off his back house payments is if Goodman sleeps with Rose. Bro, what do these people be seeing in this ugly bitch? She built like a whole sack of potatoes. She's not worth it. Bruh, like I said, if Rose is attractive, then I got our girlfriend in her house right now, waiting for us to hang out after this video is over. That's a fucking lie. This bitch is ugly as shit. Nah. He said, I'll get the popcorn, and Goodman's like, you're in the cup chair. What? Nah. So Rose does want to live on the streets. Good. Kick her out back on the streets because that's where she belongs. And he's like, bitch, get undressed and go. Nah. Props to Marvin for selling out her wife. Or his wife. And as for the small question, what is your favorite game to play? Well, if we're talking about board games, then it's Sorry, Uno, and Connect 4. And as for video games, Minecraft, Subway Surfers, Sonic Forces, and etc. But what are your favorite games to play? And honestly, for the ranking of this video, it was okay. It was good. But with that being said, Jeffy Plays Golf is going to get a 6 out of 10. It was a pretty good video to start off August, but nothing too crazy. But anyway, with that being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed my review. If you did, to be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and click the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. And if you guys would like to watch the official SML video, As always, there will be a link in the description down below, as well as the link to my social medias and second YouTube channel. So make sure you go and follow me there. Make sure you go and subscribe to the original SML channel, support the original creator, and to make sure that you watch my review from beginning to end, make sure you comment 5 golf emojis. All right, and with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, peace out.